was so fun to go to 2 different yarn stores in one day. And it's just before or around Ron John's on the left, on the right, it's Beach House Realty, and it did say Sirhan on it.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So. Me too. You can't hear anything. My white noise machine is industrial strength, and I like it that way. Oh god, that's always the thing when dating a new person and you're like sleeping at their house or something, and it's like, so do you have a white noise machine, or can I BYO MN WM bring my own white noise machine? I'm a little codependent with my white noise machine. I actually can't believe I forgot mine down here. It is so windy out and so rainy. God. We just got back from the yarn stores in the Asbury Park area. We went to Grace and Purl and the Creative Knot, and it was so fun to go to 2 different yarn stores in one day and really see all of their selections back to back. There was some overlap, but there was not as much overlap as I was expecting, which to me is like the benefit when you shop locally. You really do see different things. So let's start with the haul from Grace and Purl. Now, keep in mind, I didn't necessarily go into these stores having projects that I was going to make in mind. Some things I did, but I mostly just wanted to give myself a little bit of creative freedom. The first thing I picked up from Grace and Purl was these little matching sets. This is the Saphira silk, merino silk, in colorway number 44. And then this guy is the Pasculi. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Pasculi Mohair Bliss in color number 812. So I was thinking I would pair them together, and they're so soft that I feel like together they're gonna make a really badass something ? I've knit a lot of Sophie scarves. I don't think I need to keep knitting more Sophie scarves, but I'm thinking something else, like a small wearable. This little ball is 300 grams. So I probably could knit a small wearable with it. Like I probably could knit like a tank top with this, which would be so nice. Like a t-shirt or a tank top with this. Let me know what you think. Well, the second thing I got from Grace and Purl is similar. I love the little yarn on their bag. This little bundle from Knitting for Olive. So I got this ball of merino and poppy blue. Obsessed. And the matching mohair. And I think, you know, same thing. Together, this will make a really nice tank top, or like another version of maybe like a longer scarf or a bigger scarf, like maybe the Sophie shawl. Not entirely sure, but I think that both of those were really solid purchases. And as you can see, the store is gorgeous. I also went to the Creative Knot in Ocean Grove, and it was very nice. It was very big, and what I really liked about this store is that they had a sale section. And they had $3 yarn bins for like smaller skeins of yarn. The little guy was $3 and it's Lang Yarns. So I'll show you what I got in the $3 section first. Got those three guys, $3 each. Lang silk color. And I don't know how many grams this is. It doesn't say. I'd have to weigh it. But again, I think this could be like perfect for, I might even be able to do one like Sophie style scarf out of this. I'm not sure. Or I was thinking some like scrunchies could be cool too, or even like mismatched socks. I don't know. Let me know what you do with scrap smaller pieces of yarn. I just was I'm inspired by the creative challenge of this. And again, it doesn't really say the color of any of them, or the grams. So I'll weigh them once I'm back home and have my scale. But you know, again, I think like a hair tie with like a matching mini scarf or something could be really cute. She also had a really incredible sale section, which was a lot of like singular skeins of yarn that were like, you know, the last of that variety. So this is the Baracco Pima Cotton. It does not say the colorway on it, but again, I just love this like minty pistachio shade. So fun. Same brand, Pima Cotton. I think those will be really fun to figure out what I'm going to make with. I had her cake some balls for me. I got 2 skeins of Rio's yarn. Yarn shopping is definitely the best way to make the most of a rainy day at the beach. I'm really glad I found 2 really cute ones not too far away from where I'm staying. I haven't gotten too much knitting done yet today. I'm still almost finished with my increases on my cashmere Sophie scarf that I'm making. So I'm making it much longer than I've ever made a Sophie before, and honestly, I might just play around because I still have like a full bowl of yarn left. So I might just make it like diabolically long. Okay, so for the longer version, I'm supposed to have working rows up to 27 and I'm on 23. So I'm gonna get to 27 and then see how I feel, and hopefully I can get to 27 tonight. I should be able to easily. And then I will probably just work my decreases on the drive home on Friday, which you may or may not know if you follow me on TikTok. I had started working on it a couple weeks ago and then massively messed up my make one left increases, and there was just a bunch of like bubbles and gaps in the shoulder. So I just decided to frog it and start over, and I thought I was going to recast that on while I was down here, and I haven't yet. I've just been kind of hypnotized in the simplicity of the Sophie. But now that I have some new cakes and I know what I'm going to make with it, I'm thinking I might cast on a project that I'm going to make that needs to be done by like June 1st, but it's a worsted weight, so I should be able to do that. So I'm not sure. Tomorrow I'm going to try and knit as much as possible, so I'm not sure what I'm going to cast on. Then I might start with some of my new yarn. I might just keep my plans for camisole number 10. I've been having this thought lately with seasonal knitting too, where I really wanted to have a spring knits being worked on by like the end of April, and then like be able to make different knits. And I'm thinking that it probably makes sense for me as a newer and slower knitter to cast on my like fall and winter knits like now. That way I have wearable pieces by the time I want to wear them. I don't think I'm fast enough to necessarily knit spring knits now in May for them to be ready by, you know, it's gonna take me a while. But it just really always depends on how much time I have in that week, because when I was really working on my camisole number 10 last time, I did get quite a few inches of stockinette done in the round before I realized how messed up I made the shoulder. And I think I'd worked on it for like 5 days. So I probably could get camisole number 10 done. It's just one of those things with crafting where it's hard when your inspiration changes, you know? So I'm gonna think about if I want to recommit to camisole number 10 or if I want to do something else with that blue Pima cotton yarn that I was going to use for camisole number 10. Cheers. It's the first day in weeks that it's not been raining. I mean, it rained basically the whole time we were away. I was hoping to be done with my little Sophie baby by now, but I'm not. So the outdoor knitting continues. As you know, I was away because I was celebrating my 30th birthday with my mom and Mother's Day. And we went to Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And that was really nice. It was a great trip. But it was like a week leading up to my birthday. I was preparing to have a big party, and then I had a really big party at my house. And then we went away to the shore. And I think today is the first day that I feel that a big birthday just happened. I went to yoga today and journaled, and I think it gave me some time to reflect on this big birthday. And it's so interesting because in so many ways I don't feel any different. I think, I found out that like a friend of a friend passed away yesterday, and I think this is like a relatively young person, and I think it just kind of like reminded me that we're never guaranteed anything. And whenever you're reminded that through death, it's always very humbling, I think. I think for me, especially around this big birthday, I'm, really grateful that I still have both my parents and my like immediate family, and it's very humbling. It makes me really grateful for the many things I do have. But I've been trying to give myself permission to like fully really dream about what it is I really want for my life at the precipice of 30, and who do I want to be when I'm 39 turning 40 and 49 turning 50, having started, brick by brick at 30. And the things that come to mind for me are like even more financial security and resources, and even more like creativity and adventure, really, and like time with the people I love. And to me, those are the things that make my life good and worthwhile. So as I finish this Sophie scarf and finish this video, I'd love to know in the comments below, like, what are you reckoning with lately? What are you grateful for right now? What project are you working on in knitting or in any other creative pursuit you have? What are you hoping for your future? I think those are the questions we can hold together as I turn 30 and as you are on whatever precipice of life you're on. I think holding active questions the best way I know to encourage growth and meaning throughout daily life, which can often feel like mundane or like it's running us ragged. So those are the questions I'm sitting with, but I'd love to know what's on your heart too. So I'll be finishing this Sophie scarf. I'll post on my Instagram once it's done. You can find me on Instagram and on TikTok. I'll post those handles right here. And I look forward to knitting together. I hope you guys are having a beautiful spring. Talk to you in the next video.